Hi, I'm Shruti Seth. In a world where change is the only constant, my life has always been about redefining myself. First, I learned to perform by looking straight at the camera as a video jockey and host. Then, I learned to perform by totally ignoring the camera as a TV and film actor. In all of these roles and in the lives of the women we are about to meet, there's a common thread that binds it all: creative expression. Our guest today personifies all of that. Evolving from one height to the next, first as a fashion educator, then as a designer, and then as an entrepreneur. Presenting Shruti Sancheti, fashion entrepreneur and reviver of traditional Indian weaves. Hi, Shruti.
Hi, Shruti.
Welcome to the show, please.
Thank you.
Women like her.
We'll never really know the kind of stories that people have inside them. The fact that this is how you got here with, literally your mom-in-law carrying you on her shoulders with 2 children in your arms, and then to educate yourself one diploma after another. One would never imagine that that has been your journey. I want to know, at what point did Shruti Sancheti emerge from all of this and become the designer she is today?
Fashion design was not a vocation, it was called something like dress designing, and it was something pursued by bored housewives in their, garages. So back then I would just draw croquis and very clueless about what to do next. After many years of teaching, I think around 2010, I mentored so many collections for students. So just one fine day, I decided, let's do a small capsule with the help. And I know nobody's going to believe, but it was just with a princely sum of 60,000 bucks and 2 machines borrowed from my student and my mother-in-law again. I would call up people, I would approach stores, but obviously got nothing out of them. Then, ironically, 6 months later, I was stocked in about some 18 stores across the country and worldwide, like South Africa and few Middle Eastern countries. And I had to pinch myself. At that time, it was too much. And then Lakme happened.
Your story just literally just shines of empowerment from your own family to, I'm saying, the people who gave you your first break as an unknown designer from a small town. How do you think that has defined your work ethic?
Everybody has some sense of aesthetics and design. It's just that it's untapped.
True.
So I personally feel that as a designer, instead of looking at the West, because we Indian designers have inherited such a beautiful legacy. That is. So I would be looking for inspiration in my country, and I still never run out of inspiration.
True.
In my organization, these girls who come from various status of society who are working with us. It's a very women-centric organization, and we have right from the girl who is tucking the buttons and doing the finishing to the senior most designer. It's all headed by women.
That's amazing.
So all the men have to listen to us, and that just gives us that little bit of thrill, when they come and share their stories that I could do this for my brother, or I could do this for my mom, or I could pay off my loans and EMIs. You feel happy to hear that.
Speaking of fashion, now you can't speak of it without using the word sustainable. We know that Shruti Sancheti has been a sustainable brand from its inception. You've been one of the pioneers. How have you gone about that?
It encompasses a far bigger meaning. We try to support as many underprivileged girls, because that is something I also feel that is sustainability also, that we can support them. We pay fair wages to our workers, because that's these are the more ethical practices which contribute to the society and the environment. Every bit of scrap, right from the inception of a brand, has been used to being made some latkan or some garment or some accessory, and even those generate employment for many people. Sustainability for us also means that every person in our organization is taken care of, healthcare, then providing education to the deserving students within the organization. These are the practices we do, of course, using natural fabrics, using Indian crafts, promoting clusters. All of that is very much a part, everyone knows about it. But these are the other practices which we totally incorporate into our, each outfit of ours has that silent story to share, where it has been kind to the environment, it has been kind to the people who have made the garment, and for me that is a wider picture of sustainability.
Your story is something that I think everyone should know about, because we don't realize how women empower women. What in your opinion would be the right way to keep increasing our numbers, or getting more and more women into the fray, letting women know that it's never too late to pursue a dream? And where does Shruti Sancheti as a brand fit into that world?
Opportunities dance with those who are on the dance floor. So just come out and try to do something. And here, if we women can help each other, instead of putting, this common tendency of women running each other down, that's the first thing we see, and that needs to go, honestly, because it's a big world and everyone has a space in it. So why? And then secondly, if we can nurture, and especially there is a whole pool of talent in our country. Everyone helps everyone around each other, and we should just nurture people, help in whichever way. It's not how much or how big your contribution it is whether you are contributing. That is what I personally feel.
True. What is it that makes you want to wake up every morning and continue doing what you're doing?
The fact that I can create something new every time. Each day is I can express myself through something, through my creation, is what keeps me going. And always the high point of my life is when we are starting with a new collection, and that's the time when you get so excited that rush which comes to you, that, oh fine, this is, and then the fact that you can see other women wearing your clothes, fact that they chose you over others, and they are able to express themselves through me. When you wear my thing, it is you're expressing yourself, my thought process. So that gives you a biggest high, and honestly, I wouldn't trade places now for anything else.
Tell me, if suppose I were to chance upon a book about your life, or any young girl out there were to read Shruti Sancheti's life, what would you want her to take away from it and apply to her own life?
I think the title of my book would be Dare to Dream.
Okay.
A woman just living every day, in her day-to-day existence also needs to have certain bit of passion to pursue something beyond
the usual mundane stuff.
If you want something, it does happen, and you should encash on any opportunity you have. It could be small, it could be big, but grab it, And even if you can't do different things, at least do it differently, That is what I personally feel.
That's such a lovely thing to take back, actually, that even if you can't do different things, at least do the same things differently. That's quite lovely. So tell me, Shruti, how would your life story inspire someone?
The fact that I never gave up, because I feel that, if you want something, people are, that it works for you. People around you support you. Something happens, some miracle happens where things just start rolling out for you. And, it is up to you to tap these opportunities. I feel every woman should just trust her instincts and believe in herself and things around her, and I'm sure things will work out for them.
I think I'm just a little overwhelmed with your story, and suddenly I'm wondering, okay, I wonder if Shruti Seth's story will be as exciting as Shruti Sancheti's story. But I just want to say a big thank you to you.
Thank you. It was indeed rewarding, and I hope, even one person gets inspired by this, it would just make this more fruitful.
Thank you, Shruti. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
It's almost like I'm talking to myself, but it's been absolutely lovely chatting with you, and I hope that I find myself on a couch with you very soon, having another delightful chat.
I hope so too.